Hi everyone. I am writing my midterm paper, trying to write a memorandum that restores a requirement for ICE to publish detailed reports on why pregnant, postpartum, and nursing persons have been detained, and establish reasoning that it was an absolute necessity or emergency or danger to themselves or the detainee. So ICE has a directive that pregnant, postpartum, and nursing individuals cannot be arrested unless there are extreme circumstances, like being a danger to themselves or others. And if these people are arrested, they must publish a detailed report. And the directive still exists about prohibiting their arrests, like for unless extreme circumstances are met. But the clause about publishing those reports to the public has lapsed. So my memorandum seeks to strengthen the rule of not allowing arrests by implementing monetary fines, suspension and termination of officers who commit illegal arrests, as well as for any superiors who or warrant the arrest, endorse the arrest, or somehow facilitate such an illegal arrest. It's also shown that these conditions that these pregnant women have been detained in are inhumane. They are not getting sufficient medical care. They're not getting nutritious food. They're being denied like use of breast pumps, things like that. That is essential for people who are nursing or pregnant. And it has been established that there are cases where women have miscarried due to medical neglect and the gross conditions and poor nutrition of the facility they were in. So that denial of medical care will also be written into this memorandum, ensuring that these women who are routinely getting the medical care they need for themselves, for their unborn child, as well as like speaking to like an actual doctor, which is unfortunately not something that they do right now. And I'd also want to establish that if a person like who is pregnant, nursing, postpartum, dies or miscarries and has their unborn child die, that is something that needs to be also published to the public. Why that, what circumstances led up to that happening, as well as establishing investigations into things when tragedies like that happen. I'm looking to establish routine facility inspections, as well as like other stuff that comes with that, like if the meals are sufficiently nutritious and things like that. And go with those monetary fines, or like termination, things like that, depending on who is responsible for the inhumane conditions, and establishing like if an inspection finds that a facility isn't providing nutritious food, isn't providing bedding, isn't providing breast pumps, they have a very short amount of time. They have 1 week to rectify it. And if the sufficient change isn't met in that time, that would also be like giving monetary fines, whoever is in charge of those facilities, like have an investigation against them, and really just making sure that people are held responsible when they're leaving in inhumane conditions, causing medical neglect, trauma, loss of life, and those making illegal arrests. Really, the power stands in enforcement. So, like right now, the directive that criminalizes arrests of pregnant people is just not being enforced. So, and there's not any consequences if you make such an arrest. So really the power behind this memorandum is really hammering home those monetary punishments, suspension, termination, investigations, everything that's necessary to ensure that these humane conditions are met.